All righty, welcome back. Just breezing through the first hour here. What, Mikey? Just breezing through the first hour here of a Money Monday edition of Liquid Lunch, Biz TV, Biz Talk Radio. KBMP joins us 1410 out in Oregon. Welcome everyone to the Money Station, and thank you to all my money guests out there. I appreciate you tuning in every day. Rose on, Tess is on. So many people. They're sending in comments. Leanne's there. Herbie's there. All our regulars. And if any of you out there watching or listening on Biz Talk Radio or on BNP, if you want to see a little video, you want to get in the conversation, you can follow me at Johnny Tobacco on Facebook. And even on the commercials, I stay live there, and we shoot the breeze a little bit, talk about some other stuff that in a little more casual format. So check out our Facebook, Liquid Lunch TV, or Johnny Tobacco. And thank you all for tuning in. It's wonderful to be back. I got to be honest with you. Okay. Now, I talked a little earlier in the show about how if we lose Georgia and we lose the White House and the leadership of our country is all Democrat, our markets will get crushed. So you should be in a defensive position right now, because if they get control of the Senate, they will add new states like Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico, where there'll be 4 more Democrat senators. So it'll be almost impossible for Republicans to ever win again. And then at the same time, they will remove the filibuster. And when they remove the filibuster, they can literally pack the Supreme Court with as many justices as they want. People say, well, 13 or 15 or 20. They can go to 100 Democrats if they want, and they're appointed for life. So scariness is abound right now, and do not let a crazy political culture take away a year of tremendous gains, which I'm sure many of you have gains in your portfolio. Many people are asking me, what this, that, the other thing. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't play one on TV and radio. 25 years ago I screwed that up. But what I do is I watch the markets very closely, and I've been doing that for 30 years. And most of the time, my whole career has been as a short seller. So I bet against stocks, overvalued situations. I want to see them go down, okay, because they're up and inflated to a price that they don't deserve to be. So I have a unique perspective at looking at the market. And when I look at things and can't find a reason that they should go down, because that's my human instinct, and I start thinking, all right, well, there's not a lot of these, because I got to always find something wrong. So maybe I should buy it. And Bitcoin is one of those things that I got in very early. I learned about it. I educated myself. I'm still educating myself. It's an emerging asset class, so there are no real experts yet, because the change is so quick and it's in flux and you're learning all the time. But you might want to take a look at it. As I mentioned earlier, also, I'm the chief digital officer for a company called InvestView, which is a publicly traded online education company and Bitcoin mining company. And that symbol is Ida Nancy Victor Uncle. Nice little stock, not horrible. Yeah, Jen AC sends in a little comment and says that I'm like a craps player. So for any of you out there that like to roll the bones a little bit and head over to the crap table, everybody bets on the pass line, which means they're betting with the shooter. And then you got the one old man at the end of the table with 2 hot 25-year-olds next to him, and he's betting $5,000 a roll on don't pass, because he knows the house always wins. So he bets with the house and against the shooter. And short selling or finding overvalued situations is very much like playing the don't pass line in craps. Jen, excellent observation, and that's why my friends are the coolest. I would get a little Bitcoin. You can also take a look at InvestView. It's only 15 cents, and the business they're in is mining for Bitcoin. So if they have more Bitcoin and Bitcoin keeps going up, that will help the stock price. So there's a play there where you don't have to lay out 30 grand. You can buy a small stock and you just go online and look, educate yourself a little, see if it's suitable for you. But InvestView is a 15-cent stock, which is driven literally by the price of Bitcoin. So you might want to look at it as like a proxy investment. Well, I don't have all the money to buy a whole Bitcoin for $30,000. That's a lot. Or a half a Bitcoin for $15,000. But I would like to get a play on it. InvestView is a place where you can get a play on it. I'm an insider, All the shares I own in InvestU right now are locked up for 2 years. I can't sell any shares. I'd love to see it go higher. If it goes lower, then that means we're building value and giving you a better opportunity. I don't know where it's going. I know this. If it goes up or down because of my position, I can't sell stock for 2 years. So I'm not telling, I'm not even asking you to buy it. Like I said many times on this show, before you buy anything, educate yourself, make yourself aware, make sure it's suitable, okay? The forward movement of the Republican Party here in this country is certainly not going in the direction that Democrats like. There's an all-out food fight going on the left for the leadership of the House. And on the Republican side, we got young emerging leaders like Josh Hawley, not always the biggest Trump fan, and Matt Gaetz, this great congressman from Florida, right? Now, Matt Gaetz is saying now what I've been saying for years. When Republicans have control, we're too nice. We'll try to pussyfoot around and beat around the bush. Like, oh, well, let's make a bipartisan deal. No. When we had the House and the Senate and the President and the Supreme Court, we should have been pounding things down their throat. But every little thing we had a horse buggy whip them. A little crack here, a little whoop there, a little Mitch McConnell swampness, a little Nancy Pelosi swampness. And the truth of the matter is, despite all that, the Dow is at 30,000. So I believe on December 30th of 2019, I was on Your World with Neil Cavuto. And I'm sorry, this was 2017. I was on with Neil Cavuto. And I said, Neil, if Donald Trump gets some of his policies in place, like tax cuts and repatriation with lower corporate taxes, big companies will bring money back, I could see this market at 30,000. It was at 25,000 at the time, okay? And Neil says, hey, Johnny, you never say anything's going up. You're like Dr. Doom. You like seeing things go down because you're a short seller. I said, I know. And the one thing I know from all the short sellers I know is no one wants to go against Trump because they're afraid of him. So I think this market's going to rage. And because of the pandemic, we got to 30, almost to 30 a couple times. Then the pandemic ripped it all apart. But lo and behold, despite all of that, the market's now at 30,000. And a win in the 2 races in Georgia. And anyway, Donald Trump stays in the White House, this market will be at 35,000 by April. So keep yourself posted. Keep yourself ready. I'd start getting into some cash right now so you're nimble. See what happens with these races in the final on the presidential. And either way, you're prepared to attack the new economy when we have a little more certainty. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with more Liquid Lunch after this. We're going to wrap up hour 1 in just a few minutes.